welcome to episode 42 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I'm joining you today from a grey and miserable, to be honest, Leeds in the north of England in West Yorkshire. This is my channel where I talk about everything that I have been making and crafting over the last 2 weeks. Today it is mostly, in fact all, knitting related content. So if that's your thing, please sit down, grab a drink, grab a project, knit along with me, and we'll see how we go. If you would like to find me elsewhere in the universe, you can find me as @FrannyDoMakes on Instagram and Ravelry, and also on Threads. You can also find a Facebook page, which is FrannyDo page, and any information that you will need about the projects, if you're not on Ravelry, can be found on the show notes, which are on the website. I will tell you what patterns I'm making down below, but I won't link them, but that will be all on the show notes on the website as well. So I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a lovely couple of weeks. Mine has been oh hang on, sorry, just an update on there. I've had a lovely couple of weeks. I have had an eventful couple of weeks. I went to the Knitting and Stitching show, last week, and this weekend just gone I was on the Wool Lay retreat, which I will put up a separate video about because there's quite a bit of stash enhancement and a little bit of vlog footage to go with that. So I will put that together and upload that separately. But needless to say, I had a very, very lovely time, and I'm sad to have had to leave, and it was fantastic. Just a really good experience. So yeah, thank you to Kelly and the family for being so hospitable and welcoming and everything like that. But we're here for the knitting, so let's get down to it. So we have something on the wall today, which is an advent project, or one that I use an advent for, as we're coming up to that season, aren't we? So this is the Adventuresome wrap, and it is a pattern by Amber O'Brien. And I used in an advent calendar from Castleview Yarns. This was what year are we now? Must be 2021, this one. And it was like a tropical themed advent. So there you go. That took 10 grams of every colour, and less than, I don't even know how many grams of the contrast colour, which was Charcoal by Somerset Yarns. So that's what's on the wall. So the first finished object is my sister's Halloween socks that I had been making. And they are currently with her, but I did take some footage of them when they were finished and on the blockers. So these are the let me get this little card. Yes, these are knit in some yarn by Coastal Creatives Links, and it was the colourway Halloween Spell. I've just had my nails done. Look at these. Pretty sparkly. Okay. And these are the Le Jardin socks by Chit Knits. They were a cuff down, so I mean you could have done it either way, but I chose to do it cuff down so that I could incorporate the heel flap and gusset for my sister, because she has slightly wider feet than me, and I think these fit her better. So the pattern is a really, really nice pattern. I think it's shown off really well with this yarn. It was easy to follow. It's only a 2-row repeat, so it's easy to remember, and all the instructions were clear, and there were pictures, and yeah, I would knit them again. It was a nice, really nice pattern. I think the yarn is absolutely stunning. This is what I have left. Is just like less than 10 grams and a little bit of the contrast colour left as well. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed making them. I did have a bit of a hiccup with them where I went wrong in one side of them and I had to pull it back to the ribbon and start it again. and so they weren't ready for Halloween, but you know, doesn't matter, she was happy with them anyway. So I also have another finished object which you saw last time in progress, which is a hat for Minnie. She's not taking it to school today, so I can show you it. And this is the Oslo Hat by Petite knit. I didn't block this just because she just wanted to wear it, so it's not been blocked, but I don't think it really matters. So this is it in all its glory with its beautiful pom-pom. So this is in yarn by Felt Fusion, and it is some zebra yarn, DK weight, in the colourway Spring Bouquet. This is what I've got left, which is very little, I think less than 10 grams left. I made the second size, but with a slightly smaller needle. So Minnie's head circumference was just at the top of the smallest size and just at the bottom of the largest size, of the second size, sorry. So I chose, because she's 7 and she's going to be growing all the time, and for it to have the longest life possible, I did the second size but on a needle size down, so a 3.25 I think I used. So there we go. I love the pooling. I think it reminds me of like 80's active wear. So you've got all the pooling, and then at the very top there's some sort of stripy bits from where you're doing the decreases, but you can't really see that with the pom-pom on anyway. And the pom-pom was from, where I got that bag from, Beaker yarns I think it was from. The only thing is it's not one of them that comes with the button that you can put underneath, so I had to sew it on. Another reason why I didn't really want to block it, because I was worried about the pom-pom. But I think it should be okay. So yeah, Minnie loves it. She's very pleased with it. It's a really good pattern. I'm thinking I might make one for my Secret Santa at work, because I've got some navy blue, just plain DK, that is just sat in the stash and not being used, so that might be a nice Secret Santa. I have bought them a mug anyway, but they'll get something else. There we go. So yeah, a really interesting pattern. So you start at the cast on, you cast on all the stitches, and then you knit for like 20 centimetres, and then you fold the brim over and you like bind it off. Well, you don't bind it off, you sort of knit it together with the cast on stitches, so it creates this double brim. Then you knit a few rows and then you turn it inside out. So if you can see on the inside there's like some rows of purl bumps here. So knits, purls, knits again, and it sort of makes it so that it holds its fold when you fold it back in. I think that's the purpose of that. I'm not really sure, but it's an interesting construction. It's nice. I mean, I can sort of wear it, but it would be a little bit small for me. It makes my head look very small, which is small already. But yeah, Minnie loves it. She's very happy with it. So yeah, a successful make, I think. There we go. Oh, speeding through that. Whew. The next thing that I've made is something for my sister for Christmas. So Lindsay, if you are watching, can you please not watch this next bit? Unless you want to know, because I know you're a sucker for not liking surprises. So these are another pair of socks for Christmas. and I cast these on and knit them within a week. They were such a fun knit. So these are just some vanilla socks, but again a cuff down. There are two. Here we go. So yeah, cuff down, 2x2 rib. I was going to do them all ribbing, but then I just thought I want to get them done, so I just thought I'd do vanilla. So there are 62 stitches on a 2.5mm needle. I did an Eye of Partridge heel. This one is better than this one because I sort of messed it up here, but you know, I wasn't going to take it back. And then just a sort of rounded toe decrease, gusset decreases there. This yarn is some commercial yarn. It is some Stylecraft Head Over Heels All Stars. The colourway is Splash. So I've just taped it together with some tape there, but you can see it shows on the side what the stripes look like. And because I've not knit just some vanilla socks in such a long time, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so I had cast on another pair of socks for me, but I think they might have to go on the back burner for a while because I've got some other socks I want to make. But there we go. So they're not blocked yet. I've literally I cast them off and then I was away for the weekend, so I didn't have time to block them. But yes, I will get them in some water and get them blocked this afternoon. I'm really pleased with them. I think they'll be nice. She wanted some pink ones, so they're pink and blue. I like the fact that it does look a bit like water. Nice. There we go. So they're done. If I really need to tell you anything about those, I did a German twisted cast on with the smallest bluish stripe, and then I wound off so that they could match, so they matched pretty well. There's probably slightly less rows in one than the other, but that must have just been, I wanted to finish on the same colour, so I think one's got like yeah, you can see here one's got like a bit more stripe of that next pink, but I don't think you can notice it really unless you get right up close. Don't focus. It's not wanting to focus today, but there you go. That's those. They're done. So that's our Christmas present off. Oh, I should have said what I'm wearing. Today I'm wearing my Radiate sweater, which is a pattern from Jorge Locatelli. This is just made in some acrylic yarn. This is some Cerdar #1 DK acrylic, but it's really good quality acrylic. It's a really nice, soft, not squeaky, nice yarn. But I was not wearing this very much because I'd accidentally knit the sleeves too short, so whenever I wore them the sleeve was like right up here and not on purpose. So I realised that I'd actually used all my yarn because I'd finished the jumper and I'd sort of used it in like scrap projects and stuff, so I didn't have any extra. So I managed to find some on the internet because this colour had been discontinued, so I couldn't just get it from Wool Warehouse or wherever I got it in the first place. But I managed to get a ball. The colourway is Luna, this blue, but like I said, you can't get it anymore. And what I did is I cut off the cuffs and then I picked up the stitches and knit like this couple of inches, and then I grafted the cuff back on. So it is a little bit jimpy and the colour is slightly different, but I mean you can just see here there's a slight line and it's a bit bumpy here, but it's made it so that I can wear it. The sleeves are plenty long enough now and I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, so there we go. I like this jumper. It's such an effective pattern because this looks like colour work but it's not. It's all like slip stitches, so it's really nice. So I feel like I might make another one. At some point in my life, maybe, not right now. 1, 2, 3. So that's all my finished objects. Like I said, I do have some works in progress. The main one I've been working on is my Vibes tee, which is a pattern by Tif Neilan. That's living in my lovely bag from Jackie at Soft Accents, who's just recently got some stuff in a shop if you're quick enough. But yeah, I took this as my main knitting to the retreat so that I could get some work on it, because it's been sat hibernating for a while I was doing the MCAL. So here it is. So it's a striped round circular yoke t-shirt in 4-ply. So this is all stash yarns. So this is some leftovers. This is the Cascade Heritage in navy. This is it in mango. This was some leftover fluorescent pink that was left over from my shawlography, and this blue was just in my stash and was a single skein that didn't go with anything else, so I popped that together. So yes, I'm just now down onto the rib. I tried it on last night and it was just about long enough, so when it's stretched out with blocking it'll be a little bit longer. So yeah, I'm on the pattern actually stops you here, and for this size, which is size 3, and puts the ribbon on there, but I thought, you know, because I've got the freakishly long body situation, I would put an extra inch of the blue on there, and then it sort of matches the stripe sequence a bit better. You may notice that there's a purple in there. So when I was at the retreat, I actually used up the last of the pink on this last stripe with like this much to spare, so proper yarn chicken. And unfortunately they didn't have a matching pink, which is not surprising because I didn't buy the original yarn from Lay Family Yarns. But I managed to find this sort of fluorescentish purple, which is blowing out anyway, and which does have some pink in it. And because I knew I only had one last stripe in that colour, I think it can be a bit of a design feature and it's not going to bother me anything. So there we go. Yep, so on the back it has joggler stripes, which I think has worked really, really well. There's just some areas that need a bit of tightening up just when I weave in the ends, because I've not done them properly yet. They're just all hanging out on the inside, which is fun to deal with later. Yeah, it's a bit of spaghetti situation in there. So I've just got to finish off the ribbon and then pick up, and I'll probably do again a bit of the blue and then then some ribbon in the a bit of this blue, and then a bind off in the navy again on the sleeves, so they won't be very long. And then you pick up on the neck. Sorry, I'm looking at that we're in focus. And then I just need to pick up the neckband and do some ribbon on the top. I love it. I'm really pleased with my colour choices. I think it's going to be really nice with my dungarees, and I can wear it in the winter just over the top of like a thin long sleeve t-shirt, and I'm sure I'm going to get some wear out of it. I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. So yes, hopefully I can get that done over the next couple of days, and then that'll be a finished object for next time. Right then, next one is, I haven't done any work on my Strictly socks because I didn't take them to the retreat with me, but I did take some of this that's been in stash for a while, which is the West Yorkshire Spinners Vintage Tinsel Sparkly colourway, and I thought, oh, I'll take it with me with some red, and I'll cast on just a vanilla sock for myself because I'd enjoyed making those for my sister so much. So here we go, and that's got my mince pie stitch marker. That's from Chapel View Crafts. Is that right? I think that's right. She does lovely polymer clay little food miniatures. So yeah, they're on a 2.25 needle, However, we're coming up to Advent, and I have my Advent from the Yarn Badger, which is a sock set that you knit a stripe every day of Advent. So I might need these needles. I do think I have another 2.25. So, that's in with my, I think that's in with my Strictly socks. But really I need to get them finished by the end of Strictly. I might pull this off the needle and just start it again, because I've only got that far anyway. And I think I've done the toe too pointy. I think I normally do 14 stitches and I've only done 10. So I might take that back because it looks really pointy to me. Yeah, so I'll maybe pull that out and have the have the needles for my Yarn Badger project. I'm going to try and attempt to do them 2 at a time on the double pointed, on the magic loop. So I'm going to watch some videos. I'm going to get it cast on and do the rib. Shall I do it? What I'm going to do, just a tube, put the toe on, and then I'll put a cut a heel in, an afterthought heel for those, which you will see when we do Vlogmas. So I am planning on doing some Vlogmas. I might not do every day, just because some days my life is pretty boring. When I'm going to work, you're not going to be able to come with me, are you? So that's not very interesting. The other thing I've got is not started yet, but is a plan to start. So I said I wanted to make another pair of socks. I want to make a pair for, he's not there, Mr. B, because he's only got one pair and it's a nice gift for Christmas. So I have this yarn which has been caked up. This is by Dyed in the Wool. Let me get the thing out. Dyed in the Wool, yes. Dyed in the Wool. And it is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 400 meters per 100 grams, and it is called Totoro sock. So this is based on the film My Neighbour Totoro, which is one of our favourite movies, as a family, and it comes with these 3 minis, which are inspired by May and, oh, what's her sister called? I can't remember, like Sasuke or something. And obviously Totoro's leaf. So I was thinking I would do some of those like old-fashioned sporty socks, you know, where they're ribbed and they've got stripes at the top. So I might do that. I kind of just want to do vanilla, but I think the rib is a nice fit, isn't it? So I'll treat him to the ribbed sock, why not? So yes, I will be casting those on. Excuse me. They're living in my Beaker bag from the Muppets, which is made by Amelia X Joy, who has some really good, loads of bags in her shop on Etsy, and really reasonably priced as well, and they're well made, and you can have extras put on like these straps, yeah, and a little ring to hang things off. That's good. I think that is all the projects. What time are we on? We're doing good, 25. Right. The next thing I can show you is some acquisitions from the knitting and stitching show. I didn't take any vlog footage when we were there. I went with my friend Becky, and it was mainly stitching, to be honest. There was lots and lots of fabric things and cross stitch things, and I mean, you've seen my last haul from the Make Arcade. I don't need any more cross stitching things, and I'm not a prolific sewer, and I've got plenty of fabric in my drawers there, so that I don't need to buy any more. But there were some yarn stalls there in a little, there was like a little section just with all the yarn stalls in it. So I did go there and purchase a few bits. So firstly, I went to see Charmaine of Yarn Tings. She was there with her lovely stall. Oh, it's so bright and vibrant, and there's such beautiful luscious fibres, you know, really luxurious silk and yak and all this kind of things. So I saw this, and to be honest, it glowed at me. I mean, you can see, look at that. It's blowing out, but it is that bright. So this is some fibre from Charmaine. There's her label. There you go. And this fibre is some BFL and silk fibre. Oh, it's luscious. And I'm hopefully going to get that spun up at some point. But oh, it's so, I just want to wear it. It's just wear it like this. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's such a nice colour. I love it. I love it. And Minnie saw it and was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that was my first purchase. Then we saw, we went to see Yarn Unique, because my friend Becky, who I went with, she had their advent calendar last year and was wearing her version of this that she made in their advent calendar, so she wanted to show them what she'd made. And I saw this, which that's not a true colour, it's much deeper red than that. It's more like a sort of cherry lipstick kind of red, but it is sparkly. So that's from Yarn Unique, and it doesn't say what colour it is, but it's 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon and 5% stellina, and it's DK weight 212 meters, sorry, to 100 grams. So I bought those and thought, I would like to make some nice cabled mittens with those. I think Helen at Giddy Yarns shared a pattern in her, was it in the Patreon or on YouTube? I can't remember, but she did like some autumnal patterns and said, these are my picks for the autumn. One of them was a lovely pair of cabled mittens, and I thought they would be really nice in that. And then we went to Bo Fiddle Yarns, and they had this grey sparkle, again in DK, again the same meterage and everything, and they had a lovely, what drew me to this was they had a lovely brioche cowl, you know, a triangular cowl. Oh, is it the ulna? Oh, alma? No, it's something like that. I'll put it on the bottom here. And I thought maybe even I could do those together and have a lovely sparkly brioche short. I've just said it, cowl. There we go. So maybe I'll do the mittens. I don't know. Or maybe they'll sit and stash for a year, which, let's face it, is probably more likely to happen, because they're new and there's lots of this other stuff that's old that needs using first. Excuse me, it was the box, not myself. The last thing I bought was this punch needle embroidery kit that I did get to give to my husband to give me for Christmas, but I don't think he's going to now. But it is a punch needle kit from the Modern Crafter, which I've seen her at a few shows now, and I've always almost gone over and had a go with it. But this time it's getting to near the end of the day, and it was a bit quieter, so we went over and had a little play with the punch needle, and I thought this was a cute little project to maybe do in betwixtmas maybe. Minnie might like to have a go or to have a look at it. It's just a little thing, but it comes with all the things that you need and instructions. There you go, it comes with all the stuff there. And there's their details there. There we go. themodernCrafter.co.uk. Yeah, so I got that as a new, why not? Let's try another new craft, why not? While we're at it. I'm starting to lose the light a bit. So the last thing I've got to show you is a little delivery I had as I was away, and I had purchased, when I saw that she had these up on her shop, I purchased some yarn from the wonderful Suzanne at Green Lambkin Yarns, who is the best Christmas yarn dyer. Christmas and Halloween, she loves a theme. So this is one of her original Christmas yarns, I think. This is called Vintage Shinies, inspired by those old-fashioned shiny baubles that grandmas used to have. My nana used to have lots of these. You know, the ones that were round balls with like the middle sort of cut out, and they had like a scene on the inside, or got silver, lots of silver. So this is a sparkle again. Sock yarn, merino nylon, stellina, 400 meters superwash. I think that's going to look absolutely lovely. So I might save this for Christmas next year to be, or maybe it could be a Christmas Eve cast on, or a, you know, New Year's cast on or something like that. But yeah, it's really lovely. To go along with that, I also purchased this little guy, because, I mean, let's turn him round. Who can resist a little gingerbread man? Come on, focus. In a hat and a scarf. Look at his cute little face. He has a little jingle bell and this snowflake charm as well. So he's like a little bag charm to put on your bags, which I will put him on my little Christmas bag there. I might put him on my bag for my yarn badger stuff. Isn't he lovely? And how lovely is Suzanne? She sent me an extra little progress keeper here with some lovely jingle bells on. There we go. And that's Suzanne's card, so there's her details there. And she also sent me a little sachet of hot chocolate, which I have drunk already, and 2 little sparkly red minis to go with it as well. Which she didn't need to do that. She didn't need to add these extra bits in, did she? But she did it, and she's lovely. Very nice, very kind. So yeah. Oh, I love that. It really does remind me of my nana's tree. I love a multicoloured Christmas tree. It's my favourite thing. I know they look nice when they're all coordinated and nice, but all my baubles are from different places in the world where we've been and remind me of different things, or my mum bought for me, or, you know. And I've still got some lights that my dad gave me, and they have a pink light on them. I mean, you don't get them with pink anymore. They're always red, yellow, green and blue. They used to have pink on them as well. So I have one set that's clinging on in there that still has a pink light on it. I like a bit of pink on my tree. So that is everything. As I said, I'm not sharing my Lay Family yarn. That'll be in a separate video. And yes, I will be doing, like I said, I will start some Vlogmas. But I can't guarantee that I'll do it every day. But I do have my advent calendar start is up on the door. You can't see it here, but my Giddy Yarns advent is all bagged up in the, you know, the wall hanging. I've got Siobhan's crafts over there, which I need to get and put somewhere prominent. And I have caked up today my Yarn Badger yarn so that I'm ready to go for the 1st of December. Just thinking, will we have a podcast in between? No, we won't, will we? Because it's the 1st of December on Friday. Where are we now? 27th. So we'll probably be doing a podcast on the 11th. It's a Monday today, but it won't go up for you either till the Tuesday or the Wednesday. I'm just drinking a squash today because I didn't really have time. I've been for my nails doing. I was going to record this earlier in the day, but I managed to just fit it in before I go and get Minnie from school. It's about half 3 now, as you can see the light is changing. But Minnie does dancing after school on a Monday. Okay, I don't think I have anything else to share with you. No. In regards to advent patterns, last year I did a video which I will link up here, which had a selection of patterns that are good for using your advent minis. I think this year I've just purchased the Creya Bayer's new design, which is the Daft Days. I've gone for the cardigan because I really fancy doing that in my Giddy Yarns advent. I won't be doing that in at the advent time because I don't have a contrast colour yet picked out, but that is what I'm planning on using for that. And all the money for that pattern is going to the Fistula Foundation, which is a really good cause, and it's nice that the money is going to charity for that pattern. So for that one I'm going to do that, and then for the Siobhan's crafts, depending on what the colours come out as, I think they're all mixed matched anyway. If they're all solids, which I don't know if they are all solids or if there's variegated ones in there, but I did fancy doing the Spelter shawl wrap, which is just these. I think that'll be nice to do. I might get a few of those started for in Vlogmas, I'm not sure. But as from last year, 10 grams is quite a lot of knitting every evening if you're just doing that. So I'll have other projects that I want to get done and finished for Christmas before, i.e. those socks. And when I finish my Vibes tee, I want to cast on another garment. I want to cast on the Cozy Classic Light, which is the raglan from Jessie Maid, and to use that red yarn that's been in my stash for absolute years and needs to be used. So I've already done the swatch for it, which is this one. So it's this red yarn with just this contrast kind of variegated. There's some pooling going on here, but I think it'll be alright. I might alternate the skeins but it'll be striped, so I'm going to put like 8 rows of the red and then 4 rows. Is that 4? Yeah. Of the contrast colour, either all the way down or just at the top. Maybe I'll make I don't know. I'm going to plan it out and see what I want to do, but I want to get it cast on and get it started because this yarn needs to get used. But it's going to be a nice light, you know, some good drape in that fabric, so I won't make it quite a loose fitting, I think. Right, I'm going to have to go because you can barely see me. So, yes, thank you for joining me. I hope you've had a lovely 2 weeks and you have enjoyed the next 2 weeks as well. Please be kind to yourself. Please look after yourselves and each other. Take some time for you in this crazy season that we're in and with the world like it is. We're not going to go into it, but we know what's happening, don't we? So, yeah, look after yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy what you can and take joy in whatever you can, and I will see you in 2 weeks time, and also for some vlogs if that's your thing. I know not everybody likes to watch them, so don't worry if they're there and you don't watch them. I'm not bothered, but please do if that's your kind of thing. I'll try to keep them fairly short because, I mean, let's face it, I ain't got much to do anyway. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Please like the video if you've liked it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, as it helps me get out to other viewers and tell them that they might like me. But yeah, I will see you in 2 weeks time. Thank you. Goodbye.